Alright, let's go. Yep, we are we are indeed back at it again. Hopefully. Alright. How do I begin these usually? Alright. How about Alright. Greetings, phantom friends, and welcome to welcome to Live Requests. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. Now, last time on the series, we've had some troubles. Mostly when it comes to connecting and disconnecting, but considering that everything's going all right now, you know what? Actually, last time on the series, I think we ended up drawing some characters. Well, duh. Alright, so this episode I'm just going to be drawing a bunch of OCs. So, you know what? Let's just jump into it. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Okay, so this is for tomorrow. The new thing for summer campers. So let me just... 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally 5. Alright, now let me just save this. And then... I remember I gotta grab some references, so yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all had to wait a little bit. Alright, let me just... Alright, helped my neighbor next door and earned 20 bucks. Nice. And how's it going, Donnie? So, now that we have everything, I feel like now's the perfect time to actually start drawing, you know? Starting with Plush Blue. Alright. I'm sorry to say this, mate, but that design is just way too basic. So, I think what I think I want to do here is kind of aim more to the plush kind of name of plush blue, you know? So what if I did something like... I feel like I might be reinventing the character, but at the same time I'm trying to add traits that makes him look more like plush blue. And now, y'all can't see what I'm seeing, but there's this bug flying around my room, and yeah. I think right around here, and then boom. So what if I did something like this? Actually, I think something like this could work. There we go. That's a lot more. And then... I'm trying to make it look... I'm trying to make it look like the nose would be stitched on. And then, of course... I initially wasn't really gonna give him eyebrows, but kind of looks uncanny without them, so I'm kind of basing it off of his real life look, or how he looked in real life, because I'm pretty sure there's a few videos showing his face. And then I think for the shoes, I'm probably gonna have to think of a good design, you know? I wanted to do something like Converse, but I don't think that'll work. You know what? I think Vans will work. Simple, yet effective, if you know what I mean. Alright. And I think that should do it for the sketch. Alright. Second live stream where I get drawn, technically. Sorry if my design looks a wee bit subpar. Alright. Nikolai, or Nikolai, or Nickel, or however you say your name. And how's it going, DJ Star Kid?
General Kenobi!
Alright, and then let's see. Yeah, bugs are really annoying, especially when you have ants. Yeah. Oh, how's it going, Keegan? Alright. I said second live stream because my plush blue persona was drawn by Joanna Davidovich of back in March of this year. Oh yeah. I think I might remember seeing that actually. Alright. Let's see. You know, I think this one I might actually, like, do, like, a second sketch beyond it because, well, I have the time, you know? I think. Oh, and actually, you want to know something? I think at this point of the stream, it would normally, like, disconnect and reconnect. I changed the video bitrate to, like, 2500 kilobits per second, and I think that might have done the trick. I'm slowly realizing that this is like a combination of Ellis Mark and Timmy Turnip. I think one of these days I'll have to. One of these days I'll probably think of a better logo design. But for right now, this is kind of where we're at with a slightly revamped plush blue design. Hang on, I almost forgot a few things. And maybe a few more. Maybe a few more stitch markings. And I kind of imagine this shirt being a little more, baggy. And yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at right now. Next up, MacB, or MacBlukey, or however you say their name. I think I'm probably just gonna go for like a Foster's Home sort of style here. Except not really. Alright, hang on, let me check. Alright. I'm watching the stream while also on Jacob Harvey's stream again. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see here. You're turning 20 next month. Indeed I am. Alright. Alright. Let's see, love that sketch. Thanks. You know, DMB, little known fact, I was drawn by DeFrehn once in traditional art in July last year. Indeed he was. Alright. Yep. Alright. Well. And I think it disconnected and reconnected. But I think the time between, like, 20 minutes into the stream and every 1 to 2 minutes in the last stream, hopefully it's not as annoying here as it was last time. Alright. Well then. Looks like the disconnecting and reconnecting is still going to be a problem here. I'm trying to think of what the characters looked like in Foster's Home. I honestly should have, like, grabbed a reference from that show too, so yeah. You know, there are a lot of things that are playing in my head right now. There was this Foster's Home YouTube poop that I think Shafrilla's made, or Shafrilla's. Oh, speaking of Shafrilla's, or Shafrilla's, has anybody seen his most recent video where he ranks the direct-to-video Disney sequels? Alright, I think the rest of these I'm not really gonna do a follow-up sketch with, because, frankly, I don't really have the time. And I think my main goal is to get these sketches done before 5 o'clock. Actually, I think I might have time. Who knows? Alright, let's see if there's anything I could touch up on. Nah, I think we're good. Alright, next. Mikey. I almost couldn't find a proper reference because the request for Mikey Lugo originally had, like, it was actually a file reference instead of a URL. Actually, I think I should make this a little smaller. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Lately, I've been seeing a few Land Before Time sequels. They seem interesting enough. Although I'm curious for those who've seen the films, who is your favorite of the main cast? Alright. Still yet to watch his newest video. Alright. Funding for Shafrillas is provided by... Yep. I've talked to him on a few Jacob Harvey streams. Cool. Cool. Alright. Yeah, I feel like this design is probably the most interesting out of all the ones I've received in terms of OCs so far. Actually, I kind of like how the hair almost kind of follows the rule of threes. Also, I'm pretty sure his character has 5 fingers. Despite this, I usually draw characters with 4 fingers. I don't know, that's just a traditional cartoon kind of way, you know? And what else am I missing anything else? Got the Doctor Who bow tie, the Charlie Brown shirt, the other Doctor Who coat. I guess that's everything for this one, so yeah. And then next up we have, I'm pretty sure his name's Danny, so... Okay, I just have to get this one out of the way. I just have to get this one out of the way before I do the proper sketch. I've been wanting to do this for a bit. Actually, I think it's... There we go. Trying to... In other words, what if I was a character designer for Meat Canyon? Alright, let's do a proper sketch. I just had to get that one out of the way. Yeah, so like Plush Blue, I'm probably just gonna have to reinvent the characters since... Oh, and actually, one more thing before I move on. Oh. Come on, there we go. Literally same face. Like I was saying, no offense. Alright. So what if I did something like... I guess just to differentiate the sketch I did for Plush Blue and the one I'm about to do for Danny. You know what, I'm keeping the long arms aspect. And I guess I might as well... I'm trying to think of a pose that I would definitely do for INS, a show that I used to work on. I'm trying to think of something I would do in that. Alright. So let's just... I think this might be one of my favorite poses that I drew for the aforementioned... Well, not really aforementioned, but... I don't know if I should... Alright. I'm probably just gonna do like an homage to the work that I used to do for J Productions on INS. Because if I recall correctly... I remember hearing DMB say that Danny was inspired by Jay Tompkins from It's Not Scary. You know, a show that I used to work on. So yeah. And a fun fact, this was actually one of my favorite poses to do for the character I was designing at the time. And also I have to give him an ear. Which, you know what's kind of strange? The original Danny doesn't have ears. Trying to think of what I should do for the shirt. You know, I'm probably just gonna end up doing something like this. Alright. I'll come back to this one if I have enough time to do a secondary sketch. Now finally, we have... I'm guessing this is Tonio? Alright. Alright. What's INS? Never heard of it. Huh. Actually, yeah, that's a very good question, actually. Alright. No offense, none taken. Alright. I guess I'll have to wait until next week for my pick. Maybe the week after. Alright. What's INS? Never heard of it. Thank you for what you did, and I actually sent a submission on the forum. Also, yeah, hi, I'm alive. Alright, well, tell the creator of INS that I'd like to thank him for having me on his show, you know? Alright. Alright. His most famous pose. Indeed it is! That pose sort of reminds me of the yes, I'm aware pose from Styles. Oh yeah! Yeah, that was actually my favorite pose to do, actually. Not only for INS, but also for my own avatar. Anyways, back to Tonio. Another basic design that I have to work with. Part of me wants to give him spiky hair, but at the same time, it would look too similar to a different character that I might have worked on. Ooh, actually, what if... What if I turned him into Lonk from Zorldo? You can make me do the duck walk! Cool, huh? Gee, it sure is boring around here. My boy, these kingdoms are what true warriors strive for. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Ooh, what if I just gave him, like... very, very stylish hair. And then... yeah, I think that's... I think that's... I think that's good. Alright, and then... let's see, what else? Reunited and it feels so good. Alright. I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos! Alright. INS is still preserved entirely. I have it in my archives. I just don't release it. Yeah, I honestly think it's better off if it's not released. And the only people that would remember it would be people like me who have worked on it as like a character designer. So yeah. So, you know what? I have close to like 14 minutes, so I think I'll pick a few and then, yeah, I think I'll do a sketch over of this one. Just because it's one of my favorite poses to do, and one of my favorite expressions to do too. And then, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, actually, I just remembered that I had a. I just remembered that I had a tape that had some music that I would put on it. So let's see if it's all right. It's plugged in. So let me just put on some music, and let me adjust the volume a little bit. That way. I honestly think it's... Alright, there we go. Now, the good part about this is that all the songs here are instrumentals, so... None of the songs have vocals on them, so... It won't really be distracting. Alright, and then... Also, fun fact, this is the exact same process that I used for both seasons of, well, both of my designs for INS, so... Well, it's almost the same process, but... Since I'm only doing one expression... Alright. I guess I have a thing for working with simpler designs. That way it doesn't really take too long to finish, if that makes any sense. Alright, and then just a few more lines, and then we're done. And boom. Oh, actually, while we're on the subject of Style Swap, I think I'm gonna end up bringing that back for one final thing. You know, wrap it up. Make it a trilogy, you know? If that makes any sense. I think what I want to do here is have like a logo that... This is not the final logo, by the way. I'll probably think of a different design later down the road. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Actually, let's shrink this down a little bit. Yeah, right around here should do it. There we go. And then, let's see, what else? I think I kind of want to... Yeah, I think I'll sketch this one over too. And then, let's... I think... Oh, actually, I think I just had an idea. the Johnny Test head shape. Modeled after the one and only Johnny Test. Joy. And another thing that I should also mention is that I initially wanted to do, like, an update video showcasing what I've been up to and, you know, the projects I've been working on as of recently. I have all the dialogue recorded for it, I just need to finish the character stills and... what else do I need to finish? Yeah, mostly character stills. Because as some of y'all may know, I change my design like I change, well, anything really. It's usually consistent throughout like a year or so, and then I would change it. Actually, yeah, that works. Alright. I low-key actually kind of like the song now. Now that I've actually listened to the entire tape, at least like a few times. Alright, and then... Bada bing, bada boom. And then, oh, it was actually, I think it was right there, actually. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave that out. I really only emphasize that one. And then, last thing I have to do, the hair. The her. I'm totally not inspired by Stevie T, by the way. Alright, and then... oh, I almost forgot. There we go. Actually, I think I might add, like, a few buttons. That way it doesn't really look like a martial arts jacket. And there we go. I think I'll do a lightning round here. If that makes any sense. And then if I don't get it done, I'll probably get it done later down the line. And by later down the line, I mean like tomorrow-ish. Yeah, I think out of all the designs that I had to translate to my style, I think this one is probably the more good one. I guess I should also mention, a few nights ago I watched The Breakfast Club for the first time. It was a really good movie. Hmm, you know, maybe I might be able to get this done. And by this I mean all the double sketch thingies. Alright, let's check. I think I'm probably gonna add a neck shadow here, which is a rare occurrence in my style. And by rare, I mean it never really happens. So yeah, I guess with that, I think we're complete. Alright, so let me just turn off that tape. And I guess we have time for one quick recap. See how many, well, not how many, I know how many there are. There's 5 of them. So we started off with a rather basic design for Plush Blue. Next up, Mac B, or Mac Bluekey, or however you say their name. I'm just gonna call them Mac B. We have Mikey, we have Danny, and Tonio. I try to do something more with this design, because I'm pretty sure this is a ripoff of a Flash game. Alright. So, yeah. Let me just read the chat. Have you heard of Chinese animation before? Maybe not directly? Alright. Alright, let's see. I'm quite excited to see your take on the future variation of J whenever it comes up. I said, oh yeah! Okay. I might actually think of something for future J, actually. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see your take on Keegan and his siblings. Yep. Honestly, the Danny, mine and my OC's name, redraw, is kind of symbolic for a number of reasons. I actually inspired it on a character which I designed, and drew it on one of my favorite poses that I did for INS. Alright. Yep. Just remembered the fishing license thing you animated. Oh yeah, fishing license. Can't wait to see your art style of Gigi Bond, because it needs more fan arts. I don't know if it needs it, but maybe. Maybe. Alright. Though technically it was a colorized animatic of sorts. I was glad to put my creative heart into it. Alright? And it was a very underrated show. I'm sure it is. Alright. Now that we had that recap, now it's time for the moment that I think we've all been waiting for. Music time. That was my stylus for my drawing. To quote the famous Jay Tompkins, and with that out of the way, I can end an episode of Live Requests. Oh, Terry, you're just in time. Oh, yeah, I think since you just arrived, I'll do the recap once more. We have Plush, we have Mac B, we have Mikey, we have Danny, and we have Tonio. Alright. Now, for this edition of Music Time, I actually have something special. My brother just came home, I guess, like a few days ago, and apparently he brought home 2 guitars, and he actually lent one to me. So, yeah. Great stream, Aidan. Probably gonna work on a YouTube poop now. Alright. Alright. So let's actually start playing. I don't know if y'all are gonna be able to hear it, since the amp is on the floor currently. Actually, I wanted to try this. Let me just bring the amp up here. That way I'm pretty sure y'all can hear it better, you know? Alright. It's nice of your brother to lend you one of the guitars. Indeed it is. Alright. Sorry I haven't been here in a while. Was busy doing stuff and I kept missing your streams. That's okay. Alright. And besides, I think episode 1 you probably weren't missing much. Alright. Oh. Had a paper in there. Anyway. Let's turn on the amp. And then, oh, actually, that's a bad idea. I should probably turn off the amp, and then plug the cable into the guitar. Now let's turn it on. Alright. Should probably turn up the volume a little. Oh. For some reason, oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright. Let's see. I actually like this amp, because it has quite a few different voices on it, so... Actually, let's test out... Let's test out the sound, so... I'm trying to play the same chord, by the way. Alright. Well, at least it's not in the other decibel thingy, so... Let's see. There's... Alright. Let's see. There we go. Let's... took her out. It was a Friday night. I wore cologne to get the feeling right. Alright, let's... Actually, let me turn down the volume a little bit. Love the sound of that guitar. Yeah, it's... Actually, I think it's more the amp doing the work. Because I'm pretty sure it has a few voices on it. I think it's currently on... It's currently on the British voice. I think once I go to, like, something like metal, it'll sound... Yeah. Back to that other voice that I like. Let's... Oh, and there's actually effects on this thing. There's... I think one of my personal favorite ones is chorus. Sounds very Nirvana-y, right? Alright. Speaking of Nirvana, this is... It's the only riff that I could play on this thing. You get the point. I love that effect. So, Alright. By the way, want to do a wrong chord? Oh, that's actually a good idea. Alright, and I think it could actually work in this favor, too. Actually, let's try a better song. Alright, there we go. I don't know if you do take free requests for drawings, but somewhat I wish you... Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure live requests are free, so... Yeah. Yeah, the deadline is actually the other... Yeah, it's the end of the month. I was having thoughts on ending it on June 15th, but I'm pretty sure I want to give everybody time, so... The due date is June 30th, so yeah. Let's see. came into this world as a reject. Look into these eyes. Speaking of which, in terms of music, I've done a few videos in which I figure out how to play some songs on the Yamaha. Oh yeah, I think I might have heard about that. Alright, let's see here. I think I like Alright, there we go. I should probably turn the amp down. Alright. Alright. I was just asking because you did do some requests for my friend. I think I did, yeah. But I think that was through the form of live requests, actually, so. Let's see, I think it was... As you can tell, I'm in the very early stages of playing guitar, so... Oh yeah, I think it was right here, actually. Actually, let's go back to the Blink-182 riff. Alright. Oh, I think it was right. Ah, it was right here. Alright. Well, I had two requests that I was going to ask, which are pretty different from the one I've seen you do. Okay. Alright, let's... Ooh. Alright. Don't wanna be a Canadian idiot. Da, 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 da. Alright, do I know Summer Song by Joe Satriani? Probably not. I am sorry, Joe Satriani. The only Joe Satriani one I know is the one where Coldplay copied... The only Joe Satriani song I know is the one that Coldplay copied for Viva La Vida. 12th Street Rag. It's not that kind of guitar, but... Let's see, Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's see. You know what I probably should learn, though? 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. If you know, you know. Ah, there we go. Who couldn't forget Billy Corgan riding a roller coaster? Oh yeah. Whee! Oh, I was also reminded of that Stevie T video where he translated the name of the Smashing Pumpkins. Again, if you know, you know. It smells like Teen Spirit. Well, that would be not good in the name of Kurt Cobain. So I'd rather play Nirvana's other songs, you know, in favor for Cobain. Like this one. Oh, hang on, let me change the effect. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh, actually. Do I know any Foo Fighters songs? I mean, I know who Foo Fighters is, and I've heard some of their songs. The only thing I ever ask of you. The music timbre sorta has that Supermassive Black Hole by Muse vibe. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard that song, actually. I do know Muse's other songs like Supremacy and Madness. Alright. Everlong. Yeah, I think that might be the song I was thinking of earlier, actually, so. Yeah, I don't think I know that song yet. I tried to play American Idiot earlier, but... Oh, actually, let me turn off the effects thing for right now. Oh yeah, there goes my hero. Watch them as they go. Oh yeah, like that scene in The Other Guys with The Rock and Sam Jackson. Let's... Oh yeah, I think it was... I was thinking of this song earlier. I only know the beginning part. I'm trying to... You know that song, My Own Worst Enemy? I was trying to play that song. Actually, let me turn it up just a smidge. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's... just give me 1 second while I get everything put away. Alright, sorry it took me a bit. I had to make myself some food. And on top of putting the amplifier away. Yeah. So, now we're on to the Q&A session. And I think we already got a question during the music time. So, yeah. Have I seen The Last Wish? No, but I want to. Kind of like how I also want to see Spider-Verse. Alright. So, if anybody else has any questions, leave it in the chat. I'm doing up to 3 questions, and I think that was the first one. Alright. When and where did you learn to use Blender? I actually mostly learned it on my own. Right after this sponsorship, Square... Oh, wait, no, it was actually supposed to be Skillshare that was supposed to sponsor that segment. No, it wasn't. Anyway, yeah, I mostly learned all of Blender by myself. Especially in recent years, where I actually started to get good at it, if that makes any sense. Alright. I love that joke. Yeah. But yeah. I mostly learned through trial and error. I think it's like Cat Icarus once said, or I think his name was Jim, actually. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I think it was Jim Caddick once said. I just do. Favorite Adam Sandler movie? That's a good question, because I like a lot of them, so. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be either Billy Madison or Click. Actually, no. I lied. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and Click. So, yeah, I guess that leaves... I guess that's... I already did 3 questions, technically, so, yeah. Alright, now I think it's time to wrap things up. Oh, and actually eat some food. Because, food. Andrew Huang, 2018. Or 2019, or whenever he said it. So yeah. I'm afraid it's time for me to go. Always remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else. Oh. Alright. Well, the stream's been fun. OCs, guitars, Foo Fighters, and, well, I don't know. Reanimated Kitty. You're actually very, very, very late. I was actually about to end the stream. Anyways, I'm afraid it's time for me to go. Always remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else. I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember. Actually, let's try that one more time. I'm afraid it's time for me to go. Always remember, love with your heart, use your head for everything else. I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to.